Hello, this is second part of Booth algorithm where we have to discuss actual algorithm steps. So to understand this algorithm, we first see the flowchart of this algorithm. So flowchart is very simple. First we have to make start and then we have to initialize some values. So initialize a equal to 0. So a is here accumulator which stores some result of the operation. Now this is q minus 1th bit which is also initialized to 0. If you remember, we have attached one more 0 at the right side of this q bit, so that is what, that's a q minus 1 bit, that is 0 of multiplier. Then m, which is called as multiplicand, which is stored in the m register, and q stores the multiplier. And we also required some count registers to initialize, because we know that how many bits are there in multiplier, at that many times we have to multiply the multiplicand, and then we finalize the number of summands. So that's why count is required. So this thing is initialization thing. Then next what we have to do is we have to check the q minus 1 bit and q0 bit. So if you remember, previously we have seen I minus bit and ith bit. So it is very similar to this, because we have stored that multiplier into q registers. That's why we have to find out the rightmost bit and the 0th bit. So I minus 1 bit and ith bit. So compare these two bits. If these two bits are like this, these bits are q0 is 1 and q minus 1 is 0, then we have to subtract the multiplier from the accumulator. So this is what accumulator subtracted from multiplicand, and result is stored in the accumulator. If not, if our q q0 minus 1 bit is 1 and q0 bit is 0, then we have to perform addition, and here we have to add accumulator with the multiplicand, and we are storing result back to the accumulator. Okay, after these two steps we have to perform arithmetic shift right. Okay, this is very important step, because we have to shift our q registers and a registers to the rights, that is arithmetic shift. Okay, so this is happen for every step, whether you have to perform subtraction or whether you have to perform addition. You have to shift both the registers to a, q and q minus 1. So and you have to decrement the count, because one operation is performed, so that's why we have to reduce the count by 1. And one more condition you have to check. This is very simple condition. If q minus 1 and q0 bits are 1 1 or 0 0, no need to perform any kind of addition or subtraction. Directly first we perform the arithmetic shift right, and we have to decrement the count. Okay, and the count is reaches to 0, then we have ended with the operations or multiplications. If count is not equal to 0, again go back and compare next two bits. So next two bits are getting by the arithmetic right shift. Okay, so we are shifting from left to right. So the new bits are coming into q0 minus 1 and q0. So that's why we are repeatedly doing the same task and reducing the n values, and until we got the count, we have to perform the repeated operations, and we have to check q0 minus 1 and q0, and according to these bits arrangement we have to make addition or subtraction of this accumulator. Okay, so this is what the flowchart of this algorithm. Now understand one example on this. So example is, we have to multiply plus 13 with a minus 6. So plus 13 is coded as a 0 1 1 0 1, and minus 6 is coded as 1 1 0 1 0. So that minus 6 we have recorded in last video lectures. So the conversion of this is, according to Booth algorithm, is we have to attach 1 0 here. We are moving from 0 to 0, then it should be 0, then minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 and 0. Okay, so this is the final recording of the multiplier according to Booth multiplier recording table. Okay, so now let's start means actual multiplication of this number. So this is what multiplier, this is multiplicand. So we have to multiply this number with the 0. So 0 multiply this whole number becomes a 0. So 1 2 3 4 5 bits are there, so all bits are getting 0 0 0 0 0 0, because we are multiplying with 0. And now we have to attach some more zeros. Why zeros? Because we know that this is what 5 bit of multiplier, 1 2 3 4 5 bit of multiplier. So these 5 bits and these 5 bits are multiplied, and finally we are getting 10 digit number. Okay, 2n digits are getting there, so we have to attach these zeros, not zeros, but we have to take care about whatever the last bit we are getting in the operation, that bit we have to extend in this remaining position. So okay, so remember that for this case we are taking 10 because our multiplier is having 5 bits, so 5 into 2 it is 10. That's why the 5 bits are getting from actual result, and these 5 bits are appended because we require that bits. Okay, now next, this minus 1 is multiplied with this 13. Remember, this is plus 13 and is multiplied with the minus 1. So 13 is multiplied with minus 1 means it is producing minus 13. So minus 13 means it's a third, we want to take 2's complement of 13. So 2's complement of 13 is 1 0 0 1 1. So write it as it is 1 1. This is 1 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 0 1. So this is what minus 13 we are getting, and we are skipping one position to the left. Okay, so this is what minus 13. Now this bit is what 1. This bit indicates the minus sign. So extend this bit up to remaining positions. So this 1 1 1 1. So because this bit was 1, we have to extend remaining bits to the 1 1 1 1 1. Okay. Now next we have to skip 2 positions because we are moving ahead. So plus 1 multiply with plus 13. So it is generating plus 13 result. So we have to write this multiplicand as it is. So 0 1 1 0 1. So this is plus 13, and this bit is 0. That's why we are to fill remaining remaining positions by the zeros. So 3 zeros are there. Again minus 1 is there, so plus 13 minus 1 is minus 13. So write 2's complement of 13. So this is 1 0 0 1 1. So 1 0 0 1 1, and extend remaining 2 bits 1 1 because this bit was 1, and remaining 0 multiply with this number producing a 0. So these 5 zeros are there and 1 bit has to extend. Now make a summation of this number. So 0 0 as it is, 1 1 1 0 carry 1. So 1 1 0 carry 1. So 1 1 1 result is 1 carries 1. 1 1 1 result is 1 carries 1. 1 1 result is 0 carries 1. 1 1 1 means 1 carry 1. 1 1 1 1 carry 1. 1 1 1 1 carry 1, and we have 10 digits, so we have to we have to discard the generated carry. So this is our final result, and if you calculate this number, we are getting minus 78. Now this is very interesting thing. We know that this bit from this 1 1 0 1 1 0 0 1 0, we are getting a minus 78, and this bit is what 1. So extend the remaining bits, so 1 1. So it is indicating a minus 78. Okay. Now, so we have performed the multiplication with the Booth algorithm. Now, what are the limitations of Booth algorithm? Let's find out. Here you can find out the worst case multiplier. Imagine we have a multiplier like a 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 like that. Now we have to append 1 0 here, so we are moving from 0 to 1. That's why it's minus 1. 1 to 0, that's why it is plus 1. 0 to 1, that's why it's minus 1. 1 0, that's why it's plus 1. 0 1, so minus 1. So you are getting that. Here we are getting actually less number of work we have to perform. So how many ones are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and 8 ones and 8 zeros are there, and we have to actually multiply 8 times. But here when you perform the Booth recoding, you are getting minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1. So same number of steps are required here. So this multiplier is called as worst multiplier. And as we are performing, we are dealing with the ordinary multiplier, means we are moving from 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 minus 1. So less number of ones plus 1 minus 1s are generated here, so it is ordinary multiplier. And what about good multiplier? The multiplier which reduces number of steps. Here you can find out this is block of ones. We have 1 2 3 4 5 ones are there, but 5 ones are reduced to somewhere minus 1 plus 1. Okay, so this is called as a good multiplier. So remember, both multiplier always not good for the multiplication. In case of some cases, it is giving the worst multiplier. So okay, so these are some limitations of booth algorithm. Thank you.